Good morning and welcome to the special business meeting of the South Carolina Public Service Commission. It is approximately 9:30 on March 24th, 2026. Present in the hearing rooms, Commissioner Belser, Commissioner Britt, Commissioner Caston, Commissioner Whitfield, Vice Chair Williams, and I am Chair Powers. Joining us virtually is Commissioner Hindley. Mr. Powers, if you would, please read the docket for us.
Good morning, Chair Powers, Vice Chair Williams, and Commissioners. Staff offers a reminder that the next regularly scheduled Commission business meeting is scheduled for Thursday, March 26, 2026 at 1 p.m.
The next business meeting will be March 26 at 1 p.m.
Today, we have just one item on the agenda. Item number 1 is in docket number 2025-253-E. This is a motion from TOS SC Solar One LLC to withdraw its application for a certificate of environmental compatibility and public convenience and necessity for construction and operation of a 170 megawatt solar facility in Sumter County without prejudice, and a request for expedited review.
All right, thank you very much. Having heard the item as presented by Mr. Powers, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Whitfield.
Mr. Chairman, I have a motion. Mr. Chairman, on Friday, March 20th at 2:53 p.m., TOS Solar SC1 filed a motion requesting that the Commission grant TOS Solar's motion and allow the company to withdraw its application as provided by South Carolina Code Annotated Section 58-3-225E. This docket first opened on August 26, 2025, when TOS filed a letter of intent to file an application for a certificate of environmental compatibility and public convenience and necessity in accordance with South Carolina Code Annotated 58-33-10. Since August, there has been rigorous work and efforts by all parties of record in the last 7 months through filings, motions, hearings, and more, resulting in the expenditure of time and resources concerning the proposed 170 megawatt solar facility. The hearing is scheduled to begin tomorrow, Wednesday, March 25th, for the purpose of taking and receiving evidence and testimony. Mr. Chairman, for these reasons, I move as follows. I move that the Commission allow and find that the application of TOS Solar SC1 is withdrawn with prejudice. Further, Mr. Chairman, I move that the Commission further direct the Clerk of the Commission to administratively close this docket within the next 30 days following the expiration of any period for reconsideration, rehearing, and or any appeals. Mr. Chairman, I so move.
Thank you, Commissioner Whitfield. Having heard the motion by Commissioner Whitfield, is any further discussion?
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Belser.
I'd like to offer an amendment to the motion, and my amendment would be to strike the words "with prejudice" from the part. I believe he stated, "I move this withdrawal is with prejudice," and my amendment would be to strike the words "with prejudice" and insert the words "without prejudice." And I'm happy to talk about that and explain why I'm making that motion.
All right, if you want to proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Commissioners, I'm concerned that there really hasn't been a stated legal basis for allowing withdrawal with prejudice. What's in the motion as far as the procedural aspect of filing of testimony and public hearings and motion practice that is before the Commission is ordinary work that is accompanying a complicated case, and that's what we've had. I don't really find any basis in the response of Sumter County for this to be with prejudice, and for those reasons, I think that I'm more comfortable granting the withdrawal without prejudice. Also note, withdrawals of cases either in administrative law or in circuit court happen all the time. I've seen them happen on the courthouse steps when a case finally reaches its place on the docket to be heard. And it's, to me, a fairly extraordinary remedy for a tribunal to order with prejudice in a withdrawal. And I don't personally find that here. So for those reasons, I move to amend the motion. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Bells. Commissioner Brett. Vice Chair Williams.
Mr. Chair, thank you for recognizing me. I would just like to offer to Commissioner Belzer that I definitely understand where she's coming from. I will say this is probably the most unique citing case that I've ever had the opportunity to participate in. We've had a number of citing cases here at the Commission, but none of them has been as involved as this one and presented the issues for the Commission's consideration, even up to this very motion or request, the most recent request that we're considering. So I understand the significance of granting the request to withdraw with prejudice and the significance of granting it without prejudice, but I think all things considered here, at least in my view, I will have to respectfully support or not support Commissioner Belzer's amendment, considering the specific facts and circumstances of this case. But I do appreciate the offer.
Thank you, Vice Chair. Commissioner Brett.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I agree with the Vice Chairman's points, and I appreciate Commissioner Belzer's thoughts and her comments and her substitute motion. But I will be supporting Commissioner Whitfield's motion, and I'm not doing it based on what Sumter County has asked us to do with prejudice. I'm making my decision based on what I see as the Commission's opportunity and option to do it. Only upon order of the Commission and upon such terms and conditions as the Commission deems or considers proper. And I think, with prejudice is proper. As the Vice Chairman said, with all things considered, you take the law, the conditions, and the life experience of the past year that the residents of Sumter County have had to endure, particularly those people that live around it. This is a precedent-setting, I think, issue that's come before the Commission as we studied the testimony and heard the witnesses at the hearing. This is something that hasn't been done before, and I think all things considered, this is a statement that we need to make as a Commission. So I will be supporting Commissioner Whitfield's motion and not supporting Commissioner Belzer's substitute motion.
Well, just to get it straight, I think it was offered as an amendment, a friendly amendment. First, let me go to Commissioner Whitfield. Do you accept this as a friendly amendment, or do you
Mr. Chairman, it's not a friendly amendment. It's changing the motion. We have to vote on the amendment first.
All right. Commissioner Cast.
This is one of those rare moments when I'm sitting here and I honestly cannot tell you that I have a comfort factor with what is more right than wrong. That's the truth. Because I absolutely understand the requested amendment, the concern there, and Commissioner Whitfield's motion. And as I consider the letters and the information we've received in the last 24, 48 hours since Friday, I too have to say I'm a little concerned in that are we answering the question that was asked, and was there information that was provided that is definitively provides a basis for with prejudice. Understand it, here it is less than probably 24 hours or a little bit more than 24 hours from when the hearing's supposed to start. Everybody's done everything they're supposed to do. A lot of time and money's been spent. So having said all that, I guess my default, or I'm more inclined to think that without prejudice, I would probably prefer, well, I would prefer if that was the, if it was amended to say that. Thank you, Chair.
Commissioner Caston. I was very impressed with the things we heard at the public hearing, which I think has more of an effect on where we are today than maybe mentioned or realized. My concern about having a motion with prejudice is as to this particular site, not to the idea of whether or not a solar facility is needed or compatible, but it is not compatible to this particular site, and that is what this particular application is for Sumter Mountain. And I'm afraid I would have to support Commissioner Whitfield's motion and not support the motion of Commissioner Belser, or the amendment by Commissioner Belser. Is there any further discussion?
Can I ask, I guess the prejudice would preclude them, just to clarify your points there, Chair, the prejudice would preclude them from coming back at this site, but that would not necessarily preclude them from coming back at another site or a more compatible site.
Well, that's my feeling, but that's not the motion. So,
but is that the difference between the amendment and the motion purpose?
and I'm not making an amendment.
If I may,
Commissioner Caston.
Commissioner Henley, I think what you're asking, I want to make sure I understand what you're asking. I think where we stand now is a requested amendment has been made to Commissioner Whitfield's motion to change it from with prejudice to without prejudice. And I assume we vote on whether that change occurs or not. And if it is not approved, then the motion will be with prejudice. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Is that in essence what you were asking?
That part I understood. I was trying to make sure I understood what the prejudice or without prejudice was actually precluding them from doing. And I guess to ask it even more simply or said differently, with or without prejudice, wouldn't they be able to file at a different site as if it were a different project?
Well, that's my understanding, but I will.
They can certainly refile with a new project. But as far as this particular piece of land, this particular project as presented, that is what we're dealing with.
Got it. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
I'm inclined to support Commissioner Whitfield's with that understanding.
Thank you, Commissioner Henley. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote as to the amendment made by Commissioner Belser, beginning with Commissioner Belser.
I vote aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Brett.
No.
Commissioner Whitfield.
No.
Vice Chair Williams.
Respectfully, no.
Commissioner Henley.
Respectfully, no.
And I vote no, the motion fails. We are now back to the original motion of Commissioner Whitfield. Is there any further discussion as to that motion? All right, we'll proceed with a roll call vote, beginning with Commissioner Whitfield.
Aye.
Vice Chair Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Henley.
Aye.
Commissioner Belser.
I vote no.
Commissioner Caston.
I do also respectfully vote no.
Commissioner Brett.
Aye.
And I vote aye. The motion carries.
Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, this concludes all business noticed before the Commission today.
Thank you very much, everyone who's listening in. Have a good day. We are adjourned.